Welcome to Gems of Knowledge with your host David Bellman and Justin Kroll. Each week, our experts will answer all of your jewelry questions with Rachel Putney, our social media maven, who will relay your questions to our experts. And now, here's your host, David Bellman.
Hi, I'm David Bellman, and welcome to another episode of Gems of Knowledge. Tonight, as always, I am joined by the lovely Rachel. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you, Dave?
And with Justin. Justin, good to see you again.
Dave, hey, how you doing?
You never answer me when I say, how are you?
Well, he's here with you, so it's obvious that he's good.
Well, yeah, I'm good.
With
You must
me,
be
you're
great
good.
because I'm here, and yeah, all right. So everybody's happy. What are we talking? We were going to talk about some. Oh yeah, Rolex watches today.
Rolexes.
We brought in a bunch of Rolex watches to show you. Some that are our own, and a few specialty items just to have some fun with, especially that Daytona, which we'll show you shortly. And it's going to be great. So we've got maybe half a dozen or so watches to go through. Justin's going to kind of explain some of the different qualities, some of the different models, and some of the intricacies about watches. So let's hit it. Let's do some
All
Rolexes.
right.
What do we get first?
So one of the first ones is a Datejust 36 millimeter. I don't know if you can zoom in on this, Howard. This is a Datejust 36 millimeter Roman numeral 116234. The list price on this watch is $78.50. This watch is the watch I'm selling to ladies. This size, this watch. Doreen, who works with us, this is the watch she wears.
Yeah.
She put a diamond bezel on hers. It looks phenomenal. This was not your traditional ladies size wristwatch until probably, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago. That turned into becoming the style. Those little tiny Rolexes that we're so accustomed to being on a women's wrist is... it's just not so, prominent these days.
Yeah, now explain why the plastic's on the back. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask about that. And are some of these are going to be new, but some of these are pre-owned as well? Too?
Yeah, so if there's plastic on it, basically we just got these in. They were shipped to us.
Yeah.
And I made a mistake one time of shipping a watch without the plastic around it. And what happened is on the airplane, the whole thing was vibrating the entire trip.
Wow.
I got the watch back. The whole thing was scratched all throughout here. We had to recondition it, and it wasn't easy. So anytime you ship a watch, which we just got these in, I haven't even gotten a chance to take the plastic off, but that's how they're going to be shipped.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, everybody wants a mint condition watch, and when you're buying a Rolex and you're paying those kinds of dollars, you want to make sure that they are in perfect condition, and so it is. It's very important the way that they're transported and shipped around the country because they come from everywhere. They come from all parts of the country, and we do really have a really nice selection. What else do we have? I'm curious.
All right.
This one's really funky.
So yeah, this one is also a 36 millimeter. This has the rare mother of pearl diamond dial. It also has a diamond bezel.
And it's black mother of pearl, right?
Yeah. This was 116244. The list price on this one is $19,500.
That includes a diamond bezel?
Yep. Diamond bezel and diamond dial.
Now, this one I can see on picture, I don't know, more for a woman or
The mother of pearl for sure. Yeah.
even the dark mother of pearl?
Well, I think all mother of pearl seems to be more geared towards ladies.
Yeah.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it does too, because it's just a little too colorful maybe for a guy. But hey, everybody's different, you know? You don't know.
Yep.
No.
The other ones, Dave, if you have a minute to show some of the other lady ones.
The two-tone.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, we're going to put this into our little light box here. And again, this way you'll be able to see a little bit more detail of the ladies' watches like this.
So these are the ladies' watches that were very popular. That 36 millimeter didn't really exist.
Yeah. Yep. Not on the, not as far as usually on a lady's wrist.
Right.
So this is 179173, the two-tone version.
Yep.
The list price on this is $8,700.
Wow.
Sharp-looking watch, just that smaller millimeter size.
And this is an 18 karat gold. These the gold parts to the watch are 18 karat.
Yes, yeah. 18
Yeah, and for
karat.
people wondering, that bracelet is a Jubilee bracelet. The one we saw before is an oyster.
With the flatter links.
This one's more, I think, dressy.
Yep.
The oyster is more masculine and more sporty, I would say.
Okay. Got it. Excellent. All right. So, and also talk about the fact that, these Rolex watches are waterproof. Not many watches really are. And a lot of people aren't really aware of the fact that it's a truly waterproof. You can wear it. You can scuba dive with these watches compared to other watches that are out there.
Well, that's what they're known for, but absolutely. David, you actually did a little bit of research on that subject about Rolex being the only waterproof watch.
That's right. Yeah, what happened was years ago, it was driving me crazy because all these guys were selling these watches and they were saying, oh, you can go 100 meters with this watch and you can go 300 meters with that watch. And I'm like, okay, that sounds great. Show me how it does that. Well, it's not guaranteed that it's going to do that. I said,
Right.
well, if it's not guaranteed, why are you telling me it's going to go 100 meters? He says, well, it's not waterproof, it's water resistant. I said, what the heck's the difference?
Yeah.
Either you can wear it in the water or you can't. So my experience has been, you might buy a watch that's water resistant and it may stay water resistant for the first 6 months or a year. But you change the battery or you open the back and you do any kind of work to it.
Right.
And it can leak water. And I certainly wouldn't dive with any of them, because I'm a diver myself. And I can tell you that these crowns on the Rolex watches, they screw down. They're tight and they have seals in them.
Right.
These water-resistant watches have nothing. You just pull the pin out and the water just comes right
Yeah,
in. I mean,
yeah.
it's,
Why did I
you know.
I didn't think they were waterproof.
Yeah, Rolex waterproof.
Yeah, I mean, if it says 300 feet, it means you can go 300 feet and
Right,
not
but-
have an issue.
If you go more than 300 feet,
Your body explodes into a lot of little bits and pieces.
if you're scuba diving, or if you leave the crown open.
If you leave the crown
Well-
open, then it's void.
Well, it's like leaving your door open in your car and you're driving down the
Right,
highway
well,
and you
so
fall
people
out.
need, you can't, I know,
I know.
but I think we should explain it more. So people say, oh, waterproof, and then
Oh, no.
they leave their crown open, and then they go in the pool.
That is a good point, and that does happen more than you think.
Yeah.
We have customers come in and they have a problem with the watch. And a lot of people will bring in their watch. The crown is wide open even when they bring it in, and there's a problem. They don't understand why.
Yep.
So that is a good point.
Well, we try to explain that to people when we sell them anyways, how the watch operates and how important it is to screw the crown down so that not only keeps more importantly, the water out, which is important, but also all the dirt and the dust and everything else that collects inside these watches. When they're sealed up like this, it's much more difficult,
Right.
for that to happen. Yeah, let's take a look at the next ladies. This is pretty interesting.
All right.
The all stainless steel version.
Yeah.
With the
so
rose gold
so
dial.
that's So I don't know if they call that the salmon but it's just got a nice color to it. It's the 179160. This lists for 6,200. The difference on this one, the bezel, if you notice, is a smooth bezel versus
here,
fluted or anything else. It does have the Jubilee bracelet and just a nice piece.
Yeah. And, a watch like this, this could last 50 to 75 years, no problem, because there's no gold. It's all stainless steel. I mean, it's so durable.
It's going to last forever.
Yeah, this is basically a watch. If you give someone like a daughter or someone like this as a graduation gift, they're gonna have it for the rest of their lives, guaranteed.
Yeah, for
because I
sure.
see them come in 50, 60 years old, the older ones, and they look fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do the Daytona, because I'm excited to see that one. That's probably one of the rarest watches
Yeah, this is so nice.
you're gonna
Alright.
see.
Okay, so this is the 116520
Yep.
black. These watches are so difficult to get right now. List price on these watches. You want to talk about that, Rich?
The retail.
So, list price is the retail price. A lot of times you can get these watches less than the retail price, even if you're buying them pre-owned. Sometimes new, you're getting them less than the retail price as well. These watches, their retail price is $12,400. They are selling for over 20 grand.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Just can't get them.
You can't get them, so the price just keeps going up and up.
they're not shipping them to the distributors.
And this has been going on for how long? I mean, this has been going on for years. This is nothing new. I mean, I can remember even 15, 20 years ago, going into Rolex stores around the country, wherever you happen to be, and just pop in to hope somebody might have one so you could buy it and then resell it.
So I was just thinking, these people that really aren't aware of that and they have Daytonas, like, what are you buying them for? Obviously, depending on condition and which model it is and stuff. But, I mean, if they're like, well, the
Well, they
price
can
is
get
going
more-
up, I'm going to sell it.
Oh, yeah. Well, people do.
Yeah.
We buy them,
Yeah.
and we give them, like you said, depending on the condition. If it's pre-owned and used and a little beat up, maybe it's going to be, 16 or 17,000. If it's in mint condition like this, it's going to be 20.
But
It's
still
over
more
retail.
than retail.
Oh,
Yeah.
always.
Hey, Dave, you want to
Yeah.
put that in the light box too?
That's crazy.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Good idea. There we go. You can really see the detail. And it's not that it's much of a different Rolex watch other than the fact that it has the stopwatch function. So you have these extra buttons to do the stopwatch function. But that's not what drives the price up. The price that drives it up is the fact that it's collectible, really.
Yeah,
It's a
and
collectible.
hard to get, rare.
Yeah.
The most expensive Rolex that sold at auction was a Daytona.
Paul Newman's.
Paul Newman's for like just over $17 million. And I believe it was like a leather strap or rubber band
Crazy.
too. It was just,
Yeah, because he used to race in the Daytona, the 24 Hours of Daytona down in Florida. That's where I think that's where the watch got the name from. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I've never understood this watch, really. For me, I don't like the size of it or the fact that it doesn't have a date.
Oh, that's true. Huh? I never thought about that.
Every day I'm writing checks all day long, and I go to look at my watch several times a day just to double check the date. And
You still do that?
every day.
That's what a cell phone's for, man.
seriously, that was my,
jeez.
when I wore a watch, I would
Okay.
still search for my phone to check the time.
Well, you don't know how to tell time.
That's right.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah,
But
nice piece though.
Yeah, it's great. I
Well,
would
what
never.
do you think, Dave?
I would never spend a dime over retail for anything like that. That's ridiculous.
Would you pay retail?
Sure. Yeah. If I wanted a Daytona and I think it's a sharp looking watch, I would do it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I'm not going to pay $8,000 over retail just so I can say I have
Are
a
there
Daytona.
gold Daytonas?
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
I wonder what those.
There's gold. There's platinum. There's.
I went into a store not long ago and I saw one in there. I said, "Oh, is that a stainless steel Daytona?" I said, "I hit the jackpot, right? I'll buy it for because they can only sell them for retail, right?"
What was it? White gold.
No, platinum.
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 He says, "Yeah, it's platinum." I said, "Come on, how much is it?" He goes, $80,000 in
Yeah.
platinum.
What kind of dial did it have?
I think it looked just like that.
Black.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I couldn't tell. I thought it was stainless steel. I had no idea until he told me the price.
It looks like
It's so
stainless
hard to
steel.
tell.
Everything.
Which is a real killer, So you're going to spend $80,000. You're going to own really a beautiful platinum watch, and it looks like the stainless,
like the
exactly like
stainless.
stainless steel.
Yeah, or white gold.
Or
Same
white
thing.
gold.
Still looks stainless.
Yeah.
So, and which is a funny thing because with the gold watches and the platinum watches, they're going to get all scratched up really easy, and the stainless steel is going to be very, very resilient,
Right.
which is key. All right, what else do we have?
All right.
We
so
have.
Here it comes. Which one's that one?
In the box, the Hulk.
Oh, take the little
And
plastic
this one's
thing off.
brand new.
That's all right. Yep.
I don't want to do it.
So
Yeah.
these guys just go like that, Dave.
All right. Wow, super green.
Yeah, this is brand new. So this all has all the stickers on it. It's never never been worn.
Yep.
Never really even been shown.
Look at that.
So Rach, talk about this one.
Why don't you talk about it? It's a Submariner.
Yeah.
It's a sportier watch. This one's called the Hulk, obviously. As you can see, it's green.
Yeah.
Very popular right now. We have two of them right now. We have a pre-owned one and a new one because we had, I think, two of them and they sold
Yeah.
within a week of having them.
Yeah.
Everyone wants this watch right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Now, does it sell for over retail or is it still at retail?
Over.
A little bit over.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Even the pre-owned ones
It's
are selling
crazy.
for over retail.
How the price changes in just like under a year.
Yeah.
Well, it's a recognizable watch. And so for guys who like to collect watches, it's very distinct, very distinguishable from all the other Rolexes.
100%.
Because it's all green. They did make a green version, but wasn't it just the dial? No, the bezel was green.
The bezel, yeah.
That was the 25th anniversary of this watch, but not a green dial.
Just the green bezel.
Just a green bezel. So this one has
This
both.
one really stands out.
It does. It really looks sharp, and even from a distance you can just really see. And I have a lot of friends who have this watch, and they get compliments on it all the time.
I tried it on. Not this one, but I tried the pre-owned one on.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Don't get the
Even
guy.
on a female.
Don't get the guy who's wearing it mad at you.
What?
I was going to turn to the Hulk.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. Yeah, that's just it's like a giveaway, is what he's saying. That it's probably the actual Hulk, and you don't want to get into trouble. Okay.
Thought he was talking.
Thanks for that tip, Howard. All right,
boyfriend.
Right.
I know.
Thanks for saving
That's
me.
what I thought too.
That's funny, but that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, where are we at?
Last but not least, my baby.
Okay,
You have it.
I do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the Day-Date 2 President
Brand new.
218238. So this one is silver dial, Roman numerals, but it's solid gold.
Yeah.
And the bracelet is the President bracelet. It kind of is like a combination of Jubilee and Oyster, kind of. I don't really know how else to explain it, but you can obviously see that the bracelet's different than the previous ones we've seen.
Yeah. Get the little Rolex crown on there, and it's invisible clasp, right? Looks like it just goes continuously across. You can't even tell that it's that it opens up.
Yeah, you just lift up that that little crown and it pops right open.
Yeah.
I will own this watch one day.
So, Rach, who are some of the famous people you see wearing this watch all the time?
Oh, all celebrities. I mean, not necessarily this one. Some of them, they wear just the President, which is like 36 millimeters, but who did I...
Kardashians wear them.
Kardashians, all of their boyfriends, people in the sports, what do you call it? Athletes.
Yeah.
People in the sport.
I'm tired. It's the end of the day.
Well, tons of celebrities wear them. Every, celebrity.
They do. It's a hot watch.
Whatchamacallit, the millionaire, billionaire guys, they all wear this watch. It's a status symbol. It has been forever.
That has been for a long time.
And it always looks good. And the yellow gold especially looks great, even when white gold's been really popular. There's still, when you wear it, especially this new version, they thinned it out, the case. It's not as thick as it used to be. And then at the same time, they widened it, and that's really what made this one sell. The older ones were smaller diameters, and that isn't the style now. So these wider, what's this, 41?
Yeah.
41 millimeters?
Yeah, and the older Presidents are 36 millimeters, which is like the size of a couple of the watches that we showed.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
I like it much better like this. It looks more manly kind of a look when it's bigger like that.
Agreed.
And yet still really popular with women because they like wearing the oversized watches. And that's just part of the trends that have been going on for a long time now.
Yes.
So we should let everybody know that, whether if they want to call you or call us and ask for any of these particular watches, even if we have them or we don't have them, we can get any of them.
Yeah, they're always available. We're in the middle of in the best spot to be able to buy and sell. We're right in the center of where watches. We're doing so much volume with these watches that watches like this are very easy to come by. Usually within a week or so, we can track down just about any combination you want. You want diamond dial, diamond bezel, certain colors, certain, whatever, pre-owned, brand new, if it's available. And then the price is what it is. It's a market price. If it's a hot watch like the Hulk, you may end up having to pay over retail for it. That's unfortunately the name of the game.
But
these
it'll
days.
still be the market price.
Exactly. Yeah, you'll never get. You're not overpaying. You're just paying what everybody else does.
I mean, do you think? I know a lot of people ask if it's a good investment.
When you're buying them pre-owned, I believe they are 100%.
All the time.
Well, nothing's
as long
all
as
the
you're
time.
getting the right price.
Right.
So
Yeah, explain. If you buy it pre-owned, so you're not paying the discount. So let's say it's a $10,000 watch. It's pre-owned, so you're kind of cutting the new price. It's like a new car.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
1 year later, the price of the car drops considerably. Same thing with the watches. So now you're buying a $10,000 watch for $7,000. That watch is going to hold its value a lot better than, say, another watch by another watch company, and I won't mention any of them, but it's pretty much all the other watch companies.
Right.
Those watches are going to wear out over time. They're going to wear down, and you can't refurbish them, right?
Yeah.
But the Rolex, it could be 25 years old, and as long as you take decent care of it, not perfect, just decent care of it, we can refinish it and remake it look like new again.
Right.
No other watches really that I know of that you can do that.
Right.
And that's the thing. And the other price that holds the value so well is the fact that the retail prices keep going up.
Yes.
And as they keep raising the retail prices, the prices of the used ones go right up with it.
Yep.
And then if they cut back supply like they've been doing lately, with like the Hulk and the Daytona especially, then the prices just go ridiculously over retail.
Yeah.
Because now they've stopped making them or just cut back to the supply to the point where they're hard to get. You can't even
Right.
find them.
Right.
And so it's a lot of fun and do your research, right? That's important too.
Yes.
You know, and be careful what you buy on the internet. We say this all the time, but it's true, especially when it comes to Rolexes, because they're able to make a lot of these parts, like the bracelets, the crowns, the bezels, almost every part of that watch can be remade and look exactly like the original and swapped out on these watches with the marks on them. It says Rolex on them and everything, and it's very difficult to tell them apart.
A friend of mine just sold one on eBay.
Yep.
He got paid for it. He shipped the watch. 2 weeks later, got it back, issued a refund. After he thought about it for a second, he opened up the watch. They replaced it with a knockoff movement
Inside the watch?
inside the watch. So they left the case. It
Yep.
was, a two-tone watch, whatever. Left the case alone. Left the brace. Everything else was original. They replaced the movement. Just because he had some sort of got a weird feeling from this guy from some message that he sent him.
Yep.
If he never checked, a lot of these times, they're not even doing it on purpose. They just don't know.
Well, that's true. The real the amateur people can always say that, hey, man, that was my one watch, and I bought it, and I thought it was real. But there's plenty of guys, like the ones that switched his movement out, that are out there that are selling all these aftermarket watches that
Yeah.
aren't totally original. And, of course, when you find out after you buy it 2 years later, good luck trying to come back to it. I bet he didn't even get back to these guys, right? I mean, what are the odds of getting his watch? How do you prove
I didn't
that?
follow it after that, but yeah, it was a real scary story.
Well, you know how it goes. I mean, you go back to, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, money's gone.
Yeah. He's lost the money, and now the watch is, pretty much lost it.
Pretty much
Yeah.
worthless.
Yeah, now it's just good for parts.
Parts.
Wow. All right. Well, with that note, hope we scared you enough with that one. But but it is what it is, and you
Yeah.
need to know these things. Everybody, my famous saying is, if it looks too good to be true, then it probably is.
Right.
I mean, no one's giving jewelry away. No one's giving Rolex watches away for sure, because you can just walk down the street and sell them and get more money than what they're selling them for online. So, what does that tell you? Just always be careful of that. And if you're ever interested in the watch, you can always give us a buzz and give us a call, and we'll always be happy to sit down and educate you more on these and teach you all about them and bring in some fun watches for you to look at. Sound good?
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you next week.